These guys, this is the most crucial time for a Monstera's life, is after propagation. Peacenplants, my botanical family, has been a while. We're gonna jump right into it though. I hope all is well. I hope everybody is okay. Please, before we even start the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you have, thank you. Welcome again. If you haven't, we love you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. All about the Monsteras and variegated Monsteras. So I want to start with just looking at the beauty of them. Look at this leaf right here that just popped out on that one. And check out this leaf that just popped out on this one. Okay, so the first plant that I showed you guys is a Monstera deliciosa. These guys do not get any variegation in the leaves. They are just green, but they come out with leaves like this with fenestrations. Fenestrations, just like the variegated, just like the Thai constellations. These fenestrations are holes, right? That give that plant an extra boost to its look. It's amazing. I love it. What kind of soil? What kind of soil do you use for a Monstera? Anybody? Good question. All right. So I've went through a journey. I mean, I've done so much as far as the medium, as far as the soil is concerned with these guys. And I've noticed that there is no soil that I have ever used that will make my plant die. I'm telling you, these Monsteras are a gift from the spirit. I'm trying to let you know. They came here for us, all right? So they are not very testy, but there is a soil medium that will give its optimum growth. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna show you. For one, I do use Miracle Grow. You can go to Amazon. You can get a nice bag of Miracle Grow from Amazon, pretty cheap, very useful. I actually do have bags coming from Amazon frequently. So go ahead and check that out. Guys, like a nice base with the Miracle Grow potting mix. And then I also add in orchid bark. It's an orchid mix that I go to Amazon again to get, all right? So it's an orchid bark and it kind of looks like this, an orchid mixture. Okay, and this is the utmost important thing that you want to use with your soil mixture, and it is Sphagnum Moss. I'm trying to tell y'all, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you how powerful Sphagnum Moss is and how much I rely on Sphagnum Moss. If you guys don't know, I sell these plants as well. They're all over. I sell my Monsteras, my variegated Monsteras. Zion. This guy right here, this is our variegated Albo. I am very, very precise about leaf structure, of plant structure, but let me show you guys how serious this Sphagnum Moss thing is, all right? So Sphagnum Moss is like gold. It's like liquid to the roots. This is actually how I sell my plants. So these guys are in a little bucket here and they are ready to be sold, okay? And I use this, I use the Sphagnum Moss because for one, for shipping is very, very light. And for two, like I said, it's liquid gold for these roots. Now I'm gonna take one of them out and show you what it looks like. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is this bag? This, my friends, my botanical family, is a biodegradable bag. It took me a while, y'all. Listen, your boy was running around. I'll show you guys what to do. We're not gonna get into that right now, but check out in this video a little later, I'm gonna explain what to do. Look at that, the roots are even. Look, you're not supposed to do this. I tell everybody when you get these plants, okay, when you get them home, leave them in the bag. Leave them in the bag. They will bust through the bag. Biodegradable means that it breaks down. Okay? You can place this thing right in the soil. Now look at this. Ooh. Ooh, do you see that moss? Look at that. I'm telling you, these plants can live with some moss, boy. Also, you want to go to Amazon to get this moss. Amazon is a really, really good place I found as a plant person. I've run through a lot. Lowe's, Home Depot, anything. All right, Trader Joe's, you can name it, but Amazon is always there. Products are always fresh. I'm serious about my moss, y'all. Serious. I need some oxygen with my moss, y'all. Look at that. Look at this. And the plant is happy. Look at it. The plant is happy. I'm not forcing it to stand up. You get some plants that look all sad. And these things are strong. Look at it. Look. That thing's strong, boy. Look at how the roots connect to that moss. Look at this. It's holding the moss. It's holding it. Look. Now we're going to have a fun time putting it back in the bag. You give it what they want. Give them what they want. So let's go back to that soil mixture. That is at the top of each and every pot that I have. Mostly, right? I have some exceptions. We're going to put this to the side, all right? Now, that moss is at the top of the soil, as you can see. Boom. It's at the top of the soil, right? But I also have it mixed in the soil. This is a mixture. Before you put your plants, your Monsteras, this is the same thing. Variegated Monstera, Thai constellations, most of your philodendrons in general, you want to use this rule of thumb. Potting mix, Miracle Grow. You want to add a mixture of orchid mix. Grind that thing up. Mix in there some Sphagnum Moss. Toss it in there. You see what I'm saying? Get it in there. Go ahead, get your hands, get everything right, get everything luscious. Boom, boom, boom. Move things out the way and let the plant come through. You see this? And I want to show y'all this little brown part right here. I'm so glad I seen this. If you get a plant from me, or when you get a plant from me, they will be in this bag. Now, let me show you this. Look. Now, I'm telling y'all what to do, all right? See, when I tell you not to take this plant out of this bag, it's for a reason. It is for a reason. We have a lot of beginner growers. We have a lot of experts. But I'm going to let you know this is a system that I have created that works and that will work. Do you see this root busting out this bag right here? Do you see this happening? So imagine what will happen when you literally just put the bag. I want you to take the twist tie off, and you literally just put the bag in a pot. The bag in the pot like that. After you make your soil mixture, everything I told you to do with that Sphagnum Moss in it, mix it all together. Look at that. Here's a plant that is just in Sphagnum Moss. I wasn't fooling. You see that? That's a nest of Sphagnum Moss. And look at this thing. And then, let's get back. And then you put your soil, you put the life back over it. You literally just like that. That's it. And it will decompose. You'll end up taking this lip off, and it'll just be like a circle thing. Everything will decompose. Before I go, I want to talk about this black spot that we just seen. All right. Do you see this this mush? All right. You see this mush? See, what I'm actually going to do is just cut it off. This is not a bad thing. This is not going to, I'm still going to cut it off. All right, because I don't like seeing any of that, but it's not going to damage the plant. The root will still grow. What happens is sometimes we are in a rush, sometimes we forget, but we'll go ahead and literally put it right in the water right after that, put it in soil right after that. And I understand why we do it, I know, but we cannot do that. With these guys, this is the most crucial time for a Monstera's life is after propagation. You have to let this plant sit out for about 2-3 hours. Literally, on your balcony, on your dresser, on the counter, whatever. Let it sit out and let it lay just like this. And what it's doing is it's drying the cut. It is drying the cut. Very, 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 very important. It dries on its own. But if you literally put it in water immediately, if you put it in some water, all right, right immediately, it's not going to work. It's going to start to, the xylem and the phloem is going to get mushy, and it's going to, the feeding elements of the plant, okay, is going to start to get mushy. That life is going to start to die, and it's going to go all the way up. Now, if you see a plant and you have roots and things like that, and you see a portion where it's still green like this, it can still be saved. You just cut it off. Cut that portion off right there, that brown. But if you see it and it's kind of done, you got to take it out. It's done. What do? We sit it out for 2 hours, 3 hours to the max. I say 3 hours. Sometimes I let mine sit out all day. Let me tell you something real quick. This one right here has been sitting out for about a week. Look, no soil, no water, no nothing, no nothing. Look at that. And what is gonna happen? Look, you see that? Look, new growth, everything, okay? You see that? I'm gonna put it in some water right now. And it's gonna do the thing. You don't even see any roots. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you all this one. Look, you don't see no roots, but don't underestimate the Monstera. I'm telling you, don't underestimate. Look, and it still has definition to it after a week. No water going through it, no food, no nothing. It's in the shade. Photosynthesizing, yes, still from the light, but it's not, I mean, come on, look at this. These plants are resilient. You hear me? They like the cockroach. You heard me? They like a cockroach. They gonna make it through. All right. So again, let's talk about that soil real quick. We're gonna get out of here, but I want this to be fresh in the mind. I want us to understand and remember. Let's go to Amazon. Let's go ahead in the cart. You want to add some Miracle Grow. You want to add some orchid mix, and you also want to add some Sphagnum Moss. You want to push it all together, mash it all together, mash it all together. And that's it. All right. Until next time, much love and peace and plants.